Welcome to Mah Jongg Central. My name is Michele. I'm going to do some practice for Siamese Mah Jongg using National Mah Jongg League rules. I call this set of exercises random pulls. It just kind of helps you get your footing when you play the game, because when you get 28 tiles, you kind of don't know what to do. So this is really great practice. So I'm going to say I'm the dealer, and I'm going to take 28 random tiles. There's the first set. So if you just build 2 rows and then take 4 from each side, you should have 6 in the middle, and that's 28. I have a special rack. This is the Siamese rack that's designed for this style. There's a link below the video for that. You can just use 2 regular racks if you want to. Okay, so let's see what we can do with these tiles. This is how I like to set it up. And I do mix it up when I play with somebody else, but for the sake of the exercises, I put the flowers and then the winds and dragons on top with cracks, and then I put the dots and bams on the bottom. And that usually works out to where there's plenty of room on top and bottom for all the tiles. And then I put them in order and in their suits. See, everything fit really nice. Okay, so I like the strategy where you build around multiples. I think that's the best strategy for American style, because there are more multiples in the combinations that are available to us than there are singles and pairs. If you look at the card, I think there are 10 hands that use singles and pairs. Otherwise, all the other hands are pairs, pungs, kongs, even quints. So building around the multiples is a really good strategy in my opinion. So I like to look at my multiples, and here I have a pair of flowers. These, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use those, but we'll see. I have a pair of 9s, I have a pung of 7s, a pair of 5s, and a pair of 7s. So I'm thinking 5, 7, 7, 9 for the first option. We might even be set for that. If we were to take five, 7, 7, 9. The 5, 7, 7, 9 hand is the second hand under the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 category. 5, 7, 5, 7, 9. That hand is set. We use a joker for the 9, and this hand is set. That means that we can act on each piece of the hand to get ready. We could pung the 5, kong the 9, and be ready on a pair of 5s. So that's what I would do for the first hand. Then for the second one, in looking at the rest of the tiles, we could potentially play a year hand. We do have 2017, or we could play, I wouldn't recommend playing in the same category as the first hand. For example, we do have 5, 7, 7, 9 again, but we've got all the 5, 7, 7, 9s here, and they would combat each other. So I would not recommend that. I wouldn't even recommend playing consecutive using 7, 8, 9 because we've got 7s and 9s down here as well. So keep that in mind when you're figuring out what to play. We could play potentially a 2, 4, 6, 8, but we have gaps. So I would say maybe the 2, 4, 6, 8, the first 2, 4, 6, 8 with flowers, or we could even do the concealed 2, 4, 6, 8 hand, the last one. I think what I would do though is hold the 2017 year hand tiles aside and maybe switch. So I think this is what I would do with this. I might even switch to this 7 down here and make these the pairs like this, 5, 7, 5, 7, 9. So I could use this up here for a 2017 and then make the 2, 4, 6, 8 a plan B. I might even hold the 7 and the 2 for the big hand if we get the right tiles. So I'd say that we're in between 2, 4, 6, 8. I'd hold this. We're in between 2, 4, 6, 8 and a year hand on top, and then 5, 7, 7, 9 on the bottom. I would throw these 6 away. And this is actually a good plan because if I'm left with less than or with 8 or fewer discards, this is a good solid plan. If you have more than 8 discards, you might want to rethink your plan. So this is what I would do here. 5, 7, 7, 9, year hand, or switch to 2, 4, 6, 8, depending on how the drawing goes. All right, let's do it again. I'm going to mix these up. Okay, 28. There, 4 from each side, 6 in the middle, 2 rows. Okay, let's see what we can do with these ones. Oh boy, look at all those jokers. Maybe we could play a quint. So I'm going to put the cracks on the bottom. Whatever fits. Let's see. Okay, so let's look at the multiples. Flowers, 5s, 7s. Flowers, 5s, and 7s. Okay. Let's see here. So I'm thinking, let's see how this looks if we play like numbers with 5s right here. We could play news with 3s. But we have 10 discards. News with 3s, pair hand, and then 5 like numbers with the dragon. And we have 10 discards, so there has to be a better plan for this. So why don't we look at, I mean, I would love to play a quint. Let's see here. We could play, let me see. 579 quint, or I'm sorry, 567 quint. We don't have any 6 dots though, so yeah, that's not good. Or we could play 345 quint, 345 or 567 quint, or the 579 quint with the white dragon. So let's see if we can do something with these flowers. Let's see if we play a quint down here and force it. We're forcing it because we've got gaps, but I would love to use all those jokers to play a quint. And if we were to use these other multiples here, we could play 7, 8 with red. Let's see how many discards we're left with here. 11. Okay, so still we can do better. This is where you just kind of play with the tiles to figure out, oh, we could do 6, 7, 8, or I'm sorry, 6, 7 or 7, 8 here. So I would hold both of those to see which one comes in. So we have 10 discards even with that one. Okay, let's see. What else could we do here? We could do north and south with 5s maybe. Okay, well that's a little more of a solid plan because we have 8 discards if the plan included a potential switch to north and south with 5s as opposed to a quint with gaps. Here we have no gaps. No, we do have a gap because we don't have a 5 crack. So we do have a gap there also. What else could we do here to help? Okay. So let's look at 5. How about 5, 7, 7, 9? 5, 7, 7, 9. That would be the second hand down. And then obviously we'd have to give up on the north 5. So we'll have to put these over by the discards. And then if we can somehow use these flowers with all these jokers, although we could use the jokers up there, but let's see. Look at all those. There's only one hand that uses flowers in quints, and it's consecutive. We do have consecutive right here, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. But look at all the discards. That's terrible. Oh wait, we need those. There. Okay, still 12 discards. That's horrible. Really, really horrible. All right, so I think we need to go for 3, 4, 5 or 5, 6, 7 quint. There's a run, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, but we have no 5. We might even be able to play the 7 in a sequence pair hand, maybe. Let's see where we're at. Okay, back to 10 discards. Maybe we could do news with 7s pair hand. News with 7s pair hand, or north and south with 7s. So that leaves us at 11 discards. We might hold this for the potential like number. Okay, so this is turning out a little better. So news with 7s, or north and south with 7s. Then either like numbers or the consecutive quint with all those jokers. I would hold all these in case a consecutive came in here with that 5 crack. So that's leaving us with 6 discards. So I think that would be a good plan with this one. That was difficult. Anybody who says that this is easy needs to have their head examined. This is not easy. All right, let's do this one more time. I will mix. Okay. You know the drill. 28. Okay. Last one. Oh, one joker. One joker amongst them all. Look at that. Okay. So, flowers, winds and dragons, dots on bottom with BAMs. You can set yours up however you want, but I highly recommend that you put them in order and in suit as the initial layout, because you see different combinations when they're in order and in suit. After the initial setup, then I got to recount because I've been dropping tiles. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so anyway, after you set them up in suit and in order, then you can set it up by category if you want to, but I strongly recommend that you set them up like this first. Wow, we're back to 5, 7, 7, 9, or 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh, look at that. We've got a set hand again. Seven, 8, 7, 8, 9. This is going to be the middle hand under consecutive run. And then the top one, we've got to use these flowers. We need, oops, we got to figure out how to use those flowers. Okay, I think those might have to go away. We have a lot of 1, 3, 5. Lots of 1, 3, 5 here. So what can we do with flowers and 1, 3, 5? There's one hand, one suit, and we're in between BAMs and dots. That's too bad. I would love to use those flowers, all 4 of them if I could. What about a lucky 13? 9, 4, 13. 9, 4, 13. This option would leave us with 10 discards. I would hold the other 4 and 3 and 1 in case the mixed suit versus one suit option comes in. If we get, for example, the 1 crack, we could switch to the 1 suit option. So I would hold those. So that leaves us with 7 discards. I think I would also hold the 5 dot because we could even play the 1, 3, 5 in 1 suit with that 5 dot as well. So I'd say lucky 13 for the top and then 7, 8, 7, 8, 9 consecutive for the bottom. All right, all done. Let me know what you think about these random pulls for Siamese Mah Jongg. Give it a try yourself if you haven't tried it yet, and come back and let me know what you think about it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, click subscribe. Between now and the next Siamese Mah Jongg random pulls, may all your picks be keepers.